Hello, we're getting another deck going. Just got done finishing Dawn Fan, that's uploading as we speak. And now we're going to go another deck, just going to pump out 2 decks real quick today before I have to go to work. Now I'm excited for this one, let me tell you. If you're familiar with this concept, this is a deck called WillGen. I'm not quite sure why it's called WillGen. I think because of the guy who made it is named Will, and Will versus SpookySect. I don't know. This deck did well at Oregon Regionals. I think it won Oregon Regionals about 2 years back. And there was all this debate on how good this card actually was, or how good this deck actually was. A lot of people were like, "Oh my god, this deck sucks." A lot of people were like, "Holy crap, they're a genius." At the time, the 2 of the biggest decks in the meta were Verizian Genesect, Kellyo, and also Eviltal. Like, there was basically those 3 I can remember. At that tournament, I played Empire. I mean, go figure. But the reason this deck's good is because it covers a lot of types. Now, back then you played the Verizian Genesect, like the Ho-Oh, and then other tech attackers, stuff like Terrakion to deal with Dark RA. You did play Sigilyph still. Bouffalant even to swing for 140, I guess. I don't know. And that's why the deck was good. It's because it had a lot of type coverage while still being Verizian Genesect. And that's just what the deck is. It's Verizian Genesect with type coverage. That's what it is. It's super funky, right? At the core of this deck, if you look at it, it's got everything Verizian Genesect generally has. It's got a high energy count, G booster with Skyra Bridge, at least 3/3, not 4. I mean, I've played a version deck of 4/3 Verizian Genesect, but for space issues 3/4. Verizian Genesect, it's got Ultra Balls, energy switches. Like, that's all you really need for Verizian Genesect. So the rest of the stuff, instead of being teched out with extra Skylas, extra Max Potion switches, more ends, all that kind of stuff, instead of being teched out with that, it's teched out with Ho-Oh, which offers a lot of things. It offers, if you're weak to fire, obviously Ho-Oh can one-shot if it's got 3 energy and Muscle Band. So metal, for instance, this Ho-Oh has your metal type coverage. And also works really good in the mirror matchup, you know, because you can just throw Ho-Oh up there, get an easy attack while you're still sitting behind a G booster. And yeah, and so this other stuff, the other stuff that this deck gained since then, 2 years ago, were better cards for type coverage. And the greatest card of all time, Battle Compressor, really helped Ho-Oh decks because you can dump a Ho-Oh and 2 energies right away. And if you combine that with Ho-Oh and the high count of Sycamore, you're going to be able to get turn 1 3 energy Ho-Ohs more often than not, from what I've been playing with this list. Now, I will be honest, this list is not entirely mine. I was playing against a guy online, and I was like, oh my god, people are still playing WillGen. I got really, really, really excited. Copied his list, decided to play it, made only 1 change. There was 1 card I changed over. But other than that, this is basically his list. I still need to do a little bit of tweaking with it, I think. You know, the low count of N is really concerning. But then again, you need all the rest of the stuff. Especially when you throw in the Archeops line. Archeops fits, in my experience, Archeops will fit into any deck that already plays 4 Ultra Ball, 4 Battle Compressor, and a Jirachi. You can throw an Archeops into those lists, and you'll get it fairly often turn 1. Not super often, but often enough to make it count. So that's why there's just like the 1/1 sprinkled in. It really helps against certain matchups. This deck's always had trouble with metal, so not only do you have Ho-Oh, but now if you can get turn 1 Archeops out, then they can't put Bronze Lungs down, and you're good against metal. Just because Dialga can just plow through all of your attackers. What else is like the evolution really help with? I mean, Vespiquen and Flareon are gonna plow through you, so that helps to stop there. You don't really have an issue against Excelgor because you're playing Verizian. Maybe a higher, if you're scared of Excelgor that's playing Secret or Silent Lab, then another Skyra Bridge would be beneficial. But another card that helps this deck out a lot is Manectric. It really helps against the Eviltal hype that's been going around right now. So Assault Laser really does good there, and it also helps against Rayquaza. I just played a Rayquaza deck not too long ago, earlier today, and Manectric was super, super clutch. And Manectric knocked out a Pokemon, a G booster Pokemon, and then I think I took like a Jirachi with a Ho-Oh. I think those are my 6 prizes. It was really easy. Yeah, The only thing I don't like about this deck list is the fact that it has like a low count of N. But what do you realistically drop? Sure, you could drop the Tool Scrapper, right? You could probably go down to 2 Muscle Band and add some extra consistency into this. But the 4 Ultra Ball, the 1 Shaman, 4 Versus Seekers, the Battle Compressors, you're thinning your deck a lot as is, and generally you'll draw into your draw supporters throughout the game. I just played a game, I texted Grady, I was like, hey, I prized all 4 of my Sycamores in one game, which I did, and I ended up winning that game just fine, just using N and Chorus. So, yeah, the energy count's down here at 722. That's it. You have 2. I mean, you can really realistically change up the energies how you see fit. Like if you want more Terrakion, if you want more of some other secondary attacker, go for it and switch up the energies a little bit. Another card I think would work good in here is Tropius. There's only 1 non-EX attacker, which can be an issue. You have G Booster, but if you're trying to get them on uneven prizes, you have to throw Sigilyph up there, and Sigilyph isn't the best attacker in the world. Point of note, the reason I play Sigilyph instead of Suicune is because Sigilyph has 1 retreat cost, so it can retreat instead of Suicune. I realize that Suicune is a better attacker and a better type coverage. So if you feel like you need to do Suicune because you need water weakness for some reason, then Suicune is the way to go. But if it gets stuck in the active, it can be a pain. Just like Archeops, if it's stuck in the active, that is a big pain. Ho-Oh rarely gets stuck in the active. It's got an energy on it. You can retreat for 1 energy or Sky Arrow. But Archeops getting stuck in the active sucks. So hopefully that doesn't happen too often. Other than that, it's a pretty simple list. I mean, it's very kind of streamlined. I don't see anything that's cute with the list. So, but yeah, it's a super fun deck. I just ordered some Ho-Ohs and some Rizians offline so I can build this IRL and have so much fun with it, because that's one of my favorite decks I've ever played. I only played it in a tournament once. I didn't do good at all. I went 0-2 drop because Homeboy game 1 got turned to Black Ballista both games, and then I played against the Plasma variant and got pooped on by things. So, but that was also back when I was playing 1 Deoxys in this list. Ooh, yummy. Yeah, you can put a Deoxys in here. If you're expecting Warlord, throw a Deoxys in. I played a Warlord today and lost with this just because I couldn't get by the Suicunes. And the 1 Deoxys would have helped so much. But oh, moot point. And you can attack with Deoxys because you're already playing Plasma Energies and Psychic Energies. And you can throw in a Colress Machine if you wanted to really get cute with it. Colress Machine is not a bad idea at all in this deck, so don't count that out. Yep, WillGen, super fun deck. I love it to bits. Go out and try it. You'll have a blast. It's super fun. So there you go. That's that.